It's a celebration of a semester of student work. Hello, I'm Erica Moreno, and this is KMVC News. The top story this week, Missouri Valley College hosting its December Student Research Symposium. KMVC's Crystal Adams reports that during this event, students come together to present all kinds of work in many different fields.
The Student Research Symposium takes place in the Malcolm Center, where a number of rooms are filled with students conducting sessions on projects they have worked on throughout the semester. Students present their work before judges who help score everything at the end. Claire Smith and Jen Livingood are a part of the 2019-2020 Student Research Symposium Committee and have more insight about what it is.
So the Student Research Symposium is it's an interdisciplinary undergraduate conference where students from all over campus, as well as the MAP program, the Master's in Community Counseling program, can present their creative work, their professional work, and their academic work to the whole campus community.
This event also is a way to give students a sneak peek of what the professional world is like in their study field of work after college.
So because it's multidisciplinary, we offer students the chance to kind of practice their professional endeavors in this kind of undergraduate manifestation of their work. So they get the opportunity to, with their projects and presentations that they're doing for classes anyway, they get the opportunity to further develop those into conference level works. And this is an experience that they can put on their resume, on their curriculum vitae, and they can engage in networking with other programs and other faculty members and students as well. So it really gives them kind of a professional academic experience.
Presentations for the symposium started at 9 in the morning and was over by 5. Starting at 1, there was a poster and visual arts display in the Student Life Gymnasium. Then to wrap up the day, there is an awards reception during the last hour where people voted for the best presentations in various categories.
It's important that we see how awesome our students' work is, and so that when you do something really great, you can show it to the people around you whose opinion matters, and so that we can see as an institution what amazing work we're doing across the whole curriculum.
Cash awards and certificates were handed out during the awards reception to the projects with the most votes. Crystal Adams, KMVC News.
The Student Research Symposium for Missouri Valley College began in 2016 and grows yearly. More than 150 students entered projects in the symposium. The Spring Semester Research Symposium is scheduled for early May. The Missouri Valley College Mass Communication Department allows its students to get a lot of hands-on experience and work when it comes to preparing them for the future. KMVC Chardonnay Parker reports on how the class worked in partnership with the Senior Research Symposium to give 5 students a true real-world experience.
Missouri Valley College Mass Communications Department partnered with the Senior Research Symposium to present the 4th North 65 Film Festival. 5 students in the documentary class were able to create and share their documentaries. Documentaries from Jayla Jackson, Alex Perez, Santiago Salazar, Shane Clary, and Anna Babiak.
Alright, so my documentary, it's going to be about 3 All-Americans from football and 2 from basketball. So I wanted to do something related to sports, as that's my interest.
Documentary is titled The Angel of Mobile, All Effort Documentary, The Columns, Caffeine, and Where It All Began.
Documentary is not easy. It's a difficult documentary. It's difficult. It's not something you can just procrastinate on it. I mean, documentaries in reality, they spend more time on it. We get 13 weeks. 13 weeks is not enough to put together a film. It's not. So it's being committed to the program. So much information. There's so many routes you can go with.
In a common question asked by the audience, all producers answered that time management was a big part in creating a documentary. Chardonnay Parker, KMVC News.
Following the film presentation, the producers said a few words and answered questions from the audience members. The digital film production class runs every other fall. Just like there are many types of people, there are many forms and types of family. Missouri Valley College has its own family connection. KMVC's Ruya Sakamoto reports how faculty and staff spend their life through MVC Family Connection.
As we enter the holiday season, people celebrate their holiday with friends and family. Family has many meanings with and without blood relationship. Missouri Valley College is no exception.
I was hired April 10th, so I've just been here since the spring. Actually, my husband works here, so I knew about the college through him teaching here. There's such a great family atmosphere. It's small enough that I get to know people. Faces are familiar whenever I'm out walking on the quad. I see students that I talk to and interact with, on a daily basis. I think that that's what Missouri Valley does here. They create a family atmosphere because we care about our students and we want them to be successful.
Admission counselor Madison Buck is an MVC graduate. She said she wants the students to have family feel that she had at the college.
Working, I've been here about 3 years. I've been at Valley though for probably about 7 years. My sister attended Valley. My mom even went to Missouri Valley College, and then I just followed her though. I came to Missouri Valley College as well. The family atmosphere is very strong. I think our professors and faculty and staff really do care about the students. Even after now being a staff and faculty member, we do take care of each other as well. So if I'm struggling in an area, I can just go to a coworker and ask for help, and they're more likely to help me instead of condemn me for it.
Missouri Valley College started its history since 1889 and continues with family connection. Ryuya Sakamoto, KMVC News.
McCrary and Buck say what family means to them is helping and caring for others. And as the holidays approach and the fall semester ends, some Missouri Valley students are planning on staying on campus over the break. Doing so just became a little easier thanks to off-campus gifts. Missouri Valley College created Thor's Pantry to combat hunger in college. ConAgra is donating approximately over 1,000 meals over the break. However, ConAgra isn't the only one donating. Wood in Houston, Walmart, and staff and faculty are donating as well. Heath Morgan said that these meals are going to benefit students over the break.
I think it's a great thing. The majority of the people that probably stay on campus through the break are people that probably live too far to go home or potentially don't have the means to get home. So this helps supplement some of that cost. It's not going to take care of 100% of their costs, but it'll help supplement their food.
Thor's Pantry is opening most of the break. Diane Yadrich, the Student Activities Director, says that there are going to be quite a few students on campus throughout the break that will benefit out of this.
Definitely. For Thor's Pantry in general, we have probably average about, I want to say 15 a month who do visit, but for Christmas break we'll probably have over 30 who stay.
They are counting on students to take advantage of this opportunity. Thor's Pantry is located behind McDonald Hall. The dining hall closes during the intercession, which is prompting the area businesses to make their donations. But in a first for Missouri Valley College, the dining hall stayed open during the Thanksgiving recess. KMVC's Scott Beasley reports on the effort to create holiday break hours.
The Missouri Valley College dining hall was kept open during the Thanksgiving break to serve students who stayed on campus while school was out of session.
It was fantastic. For us international students, it's great. We had nowhere to go. We don't have family in the residing area, so having the CAP open twice a day was fantastic. We had a real nice meal. I'd like to say thank you to Missouri Valley College for that. It was really great food.
The Dining Services Assistant Director Sarah Todovich said that the school asked Fresh Ideas to stay open for students staying here over the break.
There was such a need. There were so many students staying that they decided to go ahead and keep it open. Since it's such a short break, most people can't go home. A lot of the international students can't go home or don't have a place to go, so they need some place to eat while school's not in session. As far as it continuing on, for next year and years after that. I don't know for sure, but it was quite a success, and the students were very happy. The school's very appreciative, so I would imagine that it will continue on.
I had a little car trouble. I had the opportunity to. I just couldn't. I was glad I had the opportunity to stay.
The Missouri Valley College holiday hours was a success, and the students that stayed on campus are glad that the cafeteria was open. Scott Beasley, KMVC News.
Missouri Valley's dining hall resumed its normal hours following the break. Missouri Valley College's Criminal Justice Department developed a crime research lab for the students in the criminal justice major. KMVC's Anna Babiak reports how the hands-on approach of its professor is evolving the hands-on opportunities in the lab.
Charles Pappert began at Missouri Valley College 2 years ago. In this time, he has brought new ideas and materials to this aspect of criminal justice that the students love.
It's basically an environment where we can actually allow students to engage in practical application exercises related to crime scene investigations. So in other words, like dusting for fingerprints and the super glue fuming lab. And they can see it in action instead of just having to watch videos about it. It's a way for them to actually get to do that.
Karen Reeder, an associate professor of criminal justice, works with Pappert to enhance the work and projects that are done within the CR lab.
He's really excited about it, and he's kind of taken the initiative to get it organized and get it more together, and has started using it a lot more with the students.
Pappert wants to incorporate real-life situations in this lab that relate to scenes in homicide, burglary, and arson. Anna Babiak, KMVC News.
The Criminal Justice Department is gathering new materials to support their ideas for the Crime Research Lab. The adage says art is the eye of the beholder, and some artists historically have taken chances to push boundaries through their works. Some were societal boundaries and some were personal. Sometimes it worked for the artist and sometimes it didn't. So for one Missouri Valley art student, pushing boundaries required a leap of faith. Brittany Fernandez is an art major at Missouri Valley College. In February of 2018, her work was showcased for an event in the Griot Museum of Black History. The piece was titled Sister, and in March 2018, a ceramic black heart that she created went to the Museum of Art and Archaeology. She believes her work was selected because it met the requirements of the museum, which is Black history. She says that she was very excited for this door that Matt Rayner, her professor, helped open for her.
God, my mind was just everywhere. I was so excited because I didn't think I was going to get it. I'm like, okay, these are museums. They want the best of the best. They want professionals, and stuff like that. And, I was kind of doubting myself a little bit. And I felt like, I'm just a college student. Why would they want me? But I felt like I still wanted to try. So
Fernandez was very knowledgeable of her work and knew exactly what to say when it came to the artist talk.
They were asking me questions. And I was prepared because I was very knowledgeable about the piece that I created. So, it was really fun and it was a great experience.
Brittany says that she doesn't like to categorize herself on a certain style because she loves to do it all. Fernandez plans on becoming an art and creative director after her time at Valley. Missouri Valley College's history department set up a display to commemorate the 78th anniversary of Pearl Harbor on December 7th. Flags were placed along the brick path and in front of the flagpoles. There was also pictures and information about Pearl Harbor posted in Beatty Hall. This information included what happened in 1941, the number of casualties that were a result of this attack, veterans that visit the site each year, and events that take place in honor of this anniversary. It included a picture of the last survivor of the USS Arizona, which now serves as the main memorial for the incident. From Steamboat Willie to Star Wars, the entire Walt Disney Vault is open, and hundreds of thousands of people immediately signed up for Disney Plus access. Disney Plus contains thousands of Disney movies and series that subscribers can access from their phones, computers, and televisions. KMVC's Anna Babiak explains how this streaming service has Missouri Valley students both excited and disappointed.
Disney Plus is an on-demand and ad-free streaming service created by the Walt Disney Company. The first few weeks after it launched had students glued to their devices. Then, it all stopped.
Well, it's not the greatest. I was really looking forward to watching all the old school movies and stuff. And then when it wasn't working on the TV, it's kind of sad because I just wanted a little stress relief before all these papers I got to do.
Jason Rines, the system administrator for the Office of Information Technology on campus, provided a statement about the lack of Disney streaming at Missouri Valley College. He says, quote, "We have been contacted by a couple of students who reported Disney Plus not working on campus. Our investigation led us to believe that Disney had blacklisted Missouri Valley College's external IP address. We reached out to Disney Plus support, and even though they would not confirm nor deny that we had been blacklisted, they did say that blacklisting had been a big problem and they had a team working to remove IP addresses from said blacklist. Support told us it would take about 3 to 5 business days to remove our IP addresses. Students are eager for this problem to subside so they can access this streaming service on campus." Anna Babiak, KMVC News.
This issue has been solved and students are now able to stream Disney Plus on their personal devices on campus internet. The Missouri Valley College Malcolm Center introduced new cups at the bistro. Missouri Valley College students have a choice to eat lunch at the bistro, who usually carry tall white styrofoam cups for students to drink out of. But the tall cups were traded out for sure eco-friendly cups. Even though the cups were friendlier to the environment, students complained the cups were too small and that they felt they were not getting their money's worth. The eco-friendly cups also did not have properly fitting lids, making them harder to carry from the destination to another. The bistro staff says after much complaining, they are planning to bring the regular tall cups back. One Missouri Valley College football player is celebrating an honor for the 3rd time, and the Valley campus celebrates a traditional holiday favorite in a non-traditional way. That's coming up on KMVC News. The Missouri Valley men's soccer team advanced to the NAIA National Tournament for the 9th time in 10 years and hosted the opening rounds heading into the Thanksgiving break. The Vikings notched a pair of 3-1 wins as the host of the 3-team Marshall Pod, first over Lyon College and then over the pod's 1 seed, St. Thomas. Valley traveled to the national site of Irvine, California and advanced to the quarterfinals with a 3-1 win over Mobile. But the Vikings fell 1-0 in the national quarterfinals to Lindsey Wilson on a goal in the game's 87th minute. Valley season ends with a 15-7 overall mark. Missouri Valley football punter Drake Higgins earned his 3rd All-American award and his 2nd consecutive AFCA First Team All-American award. Higgins led the nation in punting, averaging more than 45 yards per punt. That's also the Missouri Valley record for punting average in a season. Higgins' longest punt was 71 yards. He's just the 3rd Missouri Valley player to be named AFCA First Team All-American more than once, joining Richard Wick in 2010 and 11 and Ty Phillips in 2013 and 14. DeMarcus Nunley is the first runner in Missouri Valley College program history to make the NAIA National Championship cross-country meet 4 years in a row. Nunley placed 8th in the Heart of America Athletic Conference, earning him a guaranteed spot in the national championship meet as an individual Missouri Valley representative. The national race was November 22nd in Vancouver, Washington. Nunley finished the 8K race in a time of 26:30, placing him 114th. Missouri Valley College men's wrestling takes pride in its intense preparation for competition. KMVC's Nick Fields reports the Vikings get ready to grapple with this year's best in the NAIA National by wrestling some of the best in the NCAA.
The Missouri Valley College men's wrestling team traveled to Columbia, Missouri to compete in a duel against the University of Missouri Tigers. But according to assistant men's wrestling coach Derek Bonsack, this is not the first time Valley has competed against the Division I school.
We've been wrestling University of Missouri off and on for probably 15 years, if not longer. It just depends on the year and the schedule for both of us, but we like to get into that duel with them over there, get our guys on the big stage, and give them every opportunity to wrestle that level that we can.
Bonsack says that for Valley to be the best, they need to compete against some of the top wrestlers in the country, and luckily for Valley, some of the best wrestlers in the country are just an hour away.
Like I said, putting our guys out there on the highest platform that we can, giving them that experience. If you watch the duel, the score might not dictate it at the end, but we do compete in every single match out there. They respect us. We got all their number 1s and 2s, the top guys. Versus when they wrestled some of the other schools in the state, they put out guys that had never really been in a lineup for them. But we want to put our guys in against the best guys in the country. We don't hide all year long. We wrestle primarily D1 and D2 kids all year long. And then when it gets to really the second semester is when everybody kind of hits their conference strides, and you have to compete against your division just because that's the way the schedules roll.
Bonsack says that Valley will continue to compete against the best teams that it can in order to help better develop their skills and be more prepared to compete in conference. Nick Fields, KMVC News.
Valley lost the duel to Mizzou, but Bonsack says the experience for Valley's wrestlers to compete against Division I talent is what the night is all about. The Vikings have since split a pair of duels, topping Benedictine and falling to Graceland. The first half of the Missouri Valley College men's basketball schedule was filled with ranked teams. The Vikings played number 25 Peru State, number 4 William Penn, number 9 Benedictine, and number 20 Central Methodist. KMVC's Scott Beasley reports how Valley's fall schedule may shape what happens in the spring.
The Missouri Valley College men's basketball team started league play playing 4 ranked teams in the Heart of America Athletic Conference to start off their season.
I feel like we should have a better record right now, but we'll take 4-3. You know, we're going to keep winning games. Go ahead pick that record up a little bit. So we're doing good right now. I like where we at.
Head coach Chad Lance said the team has definitely competed in all the games they've played, but they came short against William Penn and Benedictine.
Well, obviously you're in the middle of the pack. You know, I thought we played some of the top teams early, how our schedule was set up, but our league is so good top to bottom, so there is no nights off. So every opponent you got to prepare for the same, and make sure you respect every opponent, and you got to play your best basketball. Every opponent brings different matchups, different challenges. I think it is a game of matchups, different styles, different play, whether you play somebody who shoots a 3 or somebody big. So for us, we just really try to focus on taking care of what we can control, and that's ourselves.
We got to step up to it. Like, it's one of the biggest conference. It got 13 teams in it. So every night you got to come out and play at top basketball. We got 4 of the top teams in the nation in our conference, so you got to play every night.
The Missouri Valley College men's basketball team is now 4-3 in the Heart of America Athletic Conference, and they are looking to make the national tournament. Scott Beasley, KMVC News.
Valley also played Culver Stockton College and Mount Mercy University, beating both teams. Valley's next game is the last one for this calendar year. It's at Graceland on December 14th. Overwatch is an online game that is played competitively across the world and is a staple of college. Esports, Missouri Valley's esports team, is one of the top teams in the nation at this game. KMVC's Alonzo Williams reports how Valley is making its way among the nation's best.
No, I'm dead. I'm actually dead. No, I'm never good.
The Missouri Valley esports Overwatch players are ecstatic for their ongoing season. Overwatch is a team-based multiplayer first-person shooter developed by Blizzard Entertainment. Players on the team work together to secure and defend control points on a map or escort a payload across the map in a limited amount of time. In this year's international competition, the team finished in third. However, some new changes have been added to the game, which can play in a certain character's favor and battle.
It's gonna basically eliminate Orisa Sigma, which basically has about 1600 shield, and Sigma has a 1800 shield, and they are both reduced to about 500 each. I think that's about right. But basically, the meta is gonna come back to a hit scan meta where DPS is gonna shine.
All of the hard work and dedication they have put into practicing their skill has put them among the top in the nation.
The season's looking good so far. I mean, we're tied for 5th or 4th in the nation, so it's gonna be fun playing.
For the MVC Overwatch team, the sky is the limit. Alonzo Williams, KMVC News.
The Overwatch players don't have any events left as it heads into the break. The college esports seasons pick up again in the spring semester. The Missouri Valley powerlifting team found success in its first season. The men finished 21st in the U.S. Powerlifting Collegiate Nationals, and the women finished 18th overall. KMVC's Nick Fields reports how the team is planning to build off their accomplishments for this season.
In their first season as a Valley team, the men and women of the Vikings powerlifting team took 12 athletes to compete at college nationals at Ohio State University. Head coach David Edwards says what his goals for his team are this year.
I mean, the biggest thing is just going to be improvement. I think we got a few good kids that we brought in a few kids that are going to be, they should perform pretty well. And I think last year with the size of the team we had and everything like that, we were about where I was hoping to be. So finishing better at nationals is obviously goal number one.
One powerlifter who was looking to make a successful run at nationals is co-captain Zach Carlisle. Carlisle says what some of his goals for this season are.
For us to have a good team, probably to be stronger than I was at 74 kgs, going down to 66 kg. So probably just to get my hip healthy, hit PRs across the board, lightest body weight, highest weight for each lift I've hit ever, hopefully, but at the lowest body weight for sure.
Carlisle says that he is hopeful to maintain his current numbers while moving to compete in a lower weight class. Nick Fields, KMVC News.
The 2020 Collegiate Nationals are at Penn State University in early April. A student athlete is taking on life at Missouri Valley without a thought as to why he has seizures. And without giving up on his dream, KMVC's Alonzo Williams reports on how he takes on his condition.
A Missouri Valley athlete, Davion Tay Ostrander, is a redshirt junior who in his daily life takes on the obstacle of frequent seizures. The seizures started occurring during his sophomore year of high school. However, the causes for his seizures are unknown.
My first seizure that I had it at my grandma's house. I didn't know what was happening until I ended up in the hospital. And my last seizure was in college, and the same thing happened. I didn't know what was going on, and I just woke up in the hospital.
However, he doesn't let his setback get in the way of his love for the game. So far, his redshirt year has been very productive.
I'm taking it well. I'm spending the time that I'm not on the court with the varsity guys. I'm working on myself. I'm like running. I'm trying to get stronger and just work on my skills.
When it comes to his seizures, he has no fear. His faith in God helps him overcome his obstacle and pushes him to never give up on basketball. Alonzo Williams, KMVC News.
Ostrander is finishing out his 2019-2020 redshirt season with the MVC varsity reserve team. The Missouri Valley Fine Arts Department took audiences back to the golden age of radio to show people a look at the past, present, and future of the holiday season. That's next on KMVC News. KMVC KMVC News continues with things around Missouri Valley starting to look a lot like Christmas, and trying to give the students a few nights of comfort and joy heading into finals. KMVC's Crystal Adams reports on a night of live music and singing to get people in the holiday spirit.
The jazz band, concert band, and concert choir all took the stage November 25th, showcasing a variety of student talent. Music professor Christine Polson tells what it is like preparing students for a concert.
The process of preparing my students for a concert is always really interesting because there's something really thrilling about working towards something together, teacher and student, and to see them deliver some kind of result.
There is something that happens from the time students get concert material to when they perform it.
They always really grow through this process, which is one of the things I love the most about being a teacher, is to really see them get better through something like performing at, for example, the Fall Showcase.
Several students performed solos throughout the concert. Students played songs like Autumn Leaves and Christmas Fanfare, ultimately making a night full of holiday cheer. Crystal Adams, KMVC News.
Polson performed alongside her students the night of the fall concert. Music is not the only way to celebrate the holiday season. What about mixing it with a farce? KMVC's Ruya Sakamoto reports how Missouri Valley College Fine Arts Division changed the tradition of its Christmas show.
There are many types of performance. The Missouri Valley College Division of Fine Arts presents a Christmas carol show for years, but this year they changed the way.
Well, I've been doing a one-person version of it for 7 years now. I've been wanting to do this. This is a completely different version that takes place in a radio studio on Christmas Eve of 1944, so it's during World War II. All sorts of things start to go wrong, and so it's a mixture of theater, musical, and farce that's going on with it.
Heineck and the performers work together to make the show better. He has a message for the audience.
Well, I want them to have a good time, and I want them to sort of escape into the world of this play. There's still a message in both the Christmas Carol and this play as a whole, and so much of it has to do with not thinking about money or success so much, but what's really important are relationships and people, and those that we love and care for, and that's really at the core of both A Christmas Carol and this play that we've created around it.
Christmas is a season of joy, but comedy and tragedy could happen at the same time. Care and support for the others is a key. MVC's A Radio Musical Farce tells the importance of it. Ryo Sakamoto, KMVC News.
Heineck says he started writing the story in May. He takes performers' ideas and changed the lines during the rehearsals. And so, as Missouri Valley breaks for the holidays and student finals and the semester come to a close, KMVC closes our final show of the semester with KMVC's Nick Fields' coverage of Missouri Valley College's annual Hanging of the Green ceremony. Thanks for watching, and happy holidays.
And good health for all your loved ones. Amen.
The Hanging in the Green ceremony means a lot to me because when they're coming towards the end of the semester, and when we go out there, it's reminding everybody that we're going to be spending the holidays with our family back home, but it gives us one last chance to celebrate the holidays with our Viking family here. That's what it means a lot to me.
Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace, goodwill
The Viking family means to me is that we're all here for one another, whether you're really close with someone or really far apart. When I was in downtown St. Louis for Thanksgiving, I had people crossing the street because I was wearing something that said Missouri Valley, and they graduated back in the 90s, but they wanted to make a notion to come say hi to me. because we were all part of the Missouri Valley Fight Team, past, present, and future.